This is the story of the Indian Chronicles. What happens when states create intricate webs of lies to meet their interests in international forums? The truth becomes a casualty. This is something we should all care about, the integrity of the truth. And it's a known fact that states often undertake disinformation campaigns to undermine adversaries and to promote their agenda in circles of influence. But just a few years ago, a Brussels-based think tank fighting disinformation unraveled not just a disinfo campaign, but a whole disinformation network. In 2019, the EU Disinfo Lab uncovered a vast disinformation network known as the Indian Chronicles. This sophisticated operation established over 750 fake media outlets worldwide, masquerading as reputable organizations like the New York Times and The Economist. Notably, the Indian News Network, ANI, played a central role, amplifying negative stories about Pakistan and spreading wildly untruthful positive narratives about India. The Disinfo Network strategy involved publishing misleading content, gaining momentum, and contaminating genuine news cycles. ANI's widespread circulation ensured these stories reached a broad audience, manipulating perceptions on a global scale. Beyond manipulating news cycles, the Indian Chronicles employed unconventional tactics to legitimize its narratives. Firstly, it resurrected dead and defunct organizations, creating fake websites and social media accounts. For instance, they revived the identity of Louis Son, a deceased American professor, to establish a fake NGO that lobbied against Pakistan at the UN. Secondly, the network impersonated living individuals and active organizations, using their names and credentials to promote Indian interests and attack rivals. Martin Schulz, the former president of the European Parliament, was impersonated to write an op-ed praising India's role in Afghanistan. Additionally, the International Institute for Non-Aligned Studies, a legitimate Delhi-based think tank, was impersonated to organize a controversial visit of European parliamentarians to Kashmir. And lastly, the Disinfo network co-opted and manipulated genuine people and organizations, either through financial incentives or through deception. Members of the European Parliament were co-opted to raise anti-Pakistan and even anti-China issues at the EU and at the UN. Human rights activists, including Henry Taifange, were unwittingly manipulated, with Taifange's name and photo used by a fake NGO called the Asian Europe Human Rights Forum. And if you're left scratching your head over this, let me tell you that this network is still active and routinely runs stories to the benefit of India's foreign policy objectives. And European policymakers have been falling for it, right, left, and center.